welcome to Finextra. I'm Josie Waite and I'm here at EBAday 2018 in Munich, and joining me now is Trevor LaFleche from Fiserv, and we're discussing payment hubs. Trevor, thank you very much for joining me.
Very nice to be here, thank you.
So how are you finding the event so far?
EBAday is the preeminent payments event in Europe, and it's really good to see the level of discussion, the level of interest in instant payments, the level of interest in payment hubs in general. It's just a wonderful place to be.
So Trevor, Dovetail was recently acquired by Fiserv. Can you tell me what this has meant for your customers in Europe?
Well, Dovetail was acquired by Fiserv in August of last year, but the fundamental strategy remains unchanged, of providing the best-in-class capabilities across low-value, high-value, SWIFT, and instant payments. What has changed is the scale at which we operate. We're a global company now with more than 18,000 associates and sales reach into companies that we haven't had before. Also, the portfolio of products that we can offer around the payment hub is greatly increased, and our customers can now take advantage of a integrated offering rather than just payments.
So Fiserv were one of the first vendors to roll out the solution EBAday RT1 with Bank Intesa Sanpaolo. What learnings have you taken from this, and how do you now apply this to your other customers?
So yes, Intesa Sanpaolo went live with EBAday RT1. They were in the first wave of banks that went live with the service, and they were using the Dovetail platform for that. I think the proof point there is really about building a payment hub. Intesa Sanpaolo had selected Dovetail back in about 2011 and had consolidated 27 different payment systems onto a single SEPA platform. And I think that was the real hard work. Adding instant payments onto that platform then became a very easy task, being able to take advantage of that future-proofed real-time engine and be able to apply that to how the market evolved. So that's really the, experience that we're trying to bring to our other customers, is start thinking about what your payments need to look like in 3, 5, 10 years' time, and put in a platform that can handle that. And so that's really showing people that a payment hub is possible, and you shouldn't start with a silo just to address something that's come up in the market today. You have to really plan for the future and do things accordingly.
There is a recent resurgence of the term payment hub. What do you think this is, and what does it mean for you and Fiserv?
I think that the term payment hub really came about in about 2003, 2005, when the big banks around the world were looking at driving out cost in their operations and putting 20, 30 countries onto a single platform. And those projects went ahead, and it really felt like a big bank territory, a big bank term. What we're seeing now is regional banks like Allied Irish Bank, like Bank of Cyprus, like Hellenic Bank, the medium and smaller size banks across Europe, especially taking advantage of getting rid of all of their payment systems across all of their different payment types and putting them on one platform. And that really is a hub. It's just a different size and scale. But the medium and smaller banks are being able to take advantage of that. And so we're seeing a resurgence in the term, and our solutions are really designed to capture that market. Take the learning that we have from the larger institutions, package that up and make that accessible to the medium and smaller banks across the world. So we're seeing the term payment hub from the analysts, from the people like McKinsey, really come to the fore as people are using instant payments to start that payment hub journey again. It's that market inflection point. So we're really happy that it's the right time for us in the market.
As real time becomes really real, what do you tell your customers are the biggest challenges and opportunities?
I think the biggest challenge that we find when we're talking to banks about real time is trying to get them to understand the scale of the opportunity out there. If we look at merchant fees, some retailers are paying hundreds of millions of euros a year in merchant acquiring fees. That's the business case. That's the opportunity, is to look at those market segments and go, if I could save that one retailer half of their merchant fees, that would pay for the Rolls-Royce of payment projects within the institution. But getting banks to think about those opportunities and really grasp the magnitude of what's on their doorstep, that's some of the challenge that we find, getting banks over that hurdle. The second is getting banks to understand the art of the possible. Some banks are approaching it and wanting just a point solution. They're building themselves another silo, and they're basically painting themselves into a corner, and making sure that they understand that payment hubs are possible. banks are winning awards because of the work they've done in payment hubs. The art of the possible is there. The technology and the business processes are all built in for them to take advantage of. And just really understanding that it is real. A payment hub is what they could have if they want. And so getting them to get the scale of the opportunity and getting over their fear of a payment hub. If we put those two things together, that's makes for a wonderful, wonderful conversation inside a bank.
Interesting stuff. Thank you very much, Trevor.
Great. Thank you. Very nice to be here.
And thank you for watching.